Hello class, let's continue working with lesson 7-5, order of operations. In order to continue with this, we will also continue working with PEMDAS. PEMDAS. Now let's review. What does PEMDAS stand for? This is the order that we do an operation when we see it. We first must do anything that has parentheses, then we solve the exponents and turn them into a regular number. Multiplication or division, whichever one comes first, from left to right. Addition or subtraction. And this is the rule in which we should do it, the order. So right now we're really just focusing on parentheses, making sure that we use parentheses always first. If I give you a question like this, 4 plus 5 times 8. Well, you would be tempted to do 5 times 8 first. Some of you might be tempted to do 4 plus 5, but knowing the rules of PEMDAS, multiplication comes before addition. So you would do the multiplication first, and then later on add the 4. If we did that, we would have 5 times 8 equals 40, plus 4 is 44. But what if I changed it and I did this? Put parentheses there. What would be our answer now? Well, let's see. 4 plus 5, because you have to do the parentheses first, 9 times 8 equals 72. Completely different answer from 44. Now you see why parentheses are very important to do, why you must do parentheses first. Now that you've seen my example, go ahead and try question 1 and 2 from page 222. Okay, for question 1 it says, Robin asked her friends to help figure out how much money she needed to go to the movies. She asked her friends, how much is 4 plus 5 times 8? Francis and Zach said 72. Anne and Rick said 44. Well, go ahead and see how you can get 72 and how you can get 44 using parentheses. We just did it in the example before. But I want you to write it out and put the brackets around two numbers or one operation and see how you can get either number. Remember to pause the video as you work. I'll continue, and when you need a break, you just press pause and we'll continue together. Robin's friends could not agree on who was right. Finally, Robin said, well, I need to buy one under 12 ticket for $4 and 5 adult tickets for $8. Then Robin's friends knew exactly what was right. So, you need to have 5 times 8. And then add that $4 later. So what would be the answer? Please explain it in a sentence or two. Now we're really going to put PEMDAS to work for questions 4 to 8. Let's look at question 4 first. If we have 100 plus 500 divided by 2, well, what comes first in the order of operation? Let's go right back up to the beginning of PEMDAS. Right here. In our operation that we have down there, we have addition and division. Well, addition is all the way down here, and division comes before it. So we must divide before we add. Let's go right back down. Oh, a good thing to do is write this at the very top of your book, PEMDAS. And this will always help you. Eventually, you will have it memorized. But for now, just write it at the top of your book as you work. Okay, let's get back to this. You know that division comes first. So, 500 divided by 2, 250. Just cut in half. Plus 100. That's simple enough. Will equal 350. So go ahead and try the rest of them. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. and I'll see your answers when you send them in to me. The next question is actually kind of fun because you get to explore how to use parentheses in different parts of the equation and see how many different answers you can get. Number 9 has been done for you so that you can see how when you put parentheses around 5 plus 4 right here times 9, you get 81. But then when you put the parentheses around the 4 and the 9 and you do this first and then you add the 5, you get 41. Completely different answer. Go ahead and try this one. Try the parentheses around the 4 and the 3. And then when you're done with that, try it with, oh, I can't erase that. But then when you're done with that, try it around the 3 and the 10 and see the different answers. Over here as well, the 6 and the 4, and then the 4 and the 2. Or you can start with the 6 and the 4 here, and then try with the 10 and the 6. And you'll see all the different answers that you get. Try this question. This one's just for fun. Mr. Mendez and Fauzi ate 2 arepas each. And then they bought 3 more arepas because Alexa and Jax were coming. How many did they buy in total? Well, how would you write this as an expression? 2 arepas each. It's 2 people, and we ate 2 each. Well, I would do 2, which is Fauci and myself, and we each ate 2. There we go. And then we bought 3 more. So, if you solve this, what's 2 times 2? 4 plus 3. There you go. About 7 arepas in total. Use this example to solve story 1 and story 2 on page 223. On page 223 for number 2, we are expected to write an open sentence using parentheses. Let's read it. Lawanda and 2 classmates decided to do research on horses. They find 4 books in the classroom and 5 books in the library that will help them. They divided the books equally so they can take the books home to read. How many books does each student take home? So we have Lawanda and 2 classmates. How many do we have in total? We have 3. And we know that we are going to divide them equally. So whatever amount of books we have to divide it by 3, right? Let me see if I can erase that. There we go. It's kind of ugly. Whatever amount of books we have to divide it by 3 because it's 3 of them and it says they divide the books equally. So we know that information. Now let's figure out how many books they have. They find 4 books in the classroom and 5 books at the library. 4 books in the classroom and 5 in the library. 4 in the classroom plus 5 in the library. Right? They divide these books equally. So they're going to need to add these books first because you're not only going to divide the 5 by the 3. No. You have to divide the entire amount of books they found. So we know that by order of operations, technically, we're supposed to divide first, according to PEMDAS, right? PEMDAS. The D divide comes before the S, and DAS, and the A. But that's why we have brackets, and that's why they're so beautiful. If we put these brackets there, or parentheses, remember you can call them either name. If we put the parentheses there, then we have 9 divided by 3. And that's how many books they'll each take. Please write your answer right there. Remember, we answer questions that have words with words. So write me a little sentence there, please. And then the same goes for Coach Edwin. He has 32 snack bars. Go ahead and figure that one out. It's pretty much the same thought process. Okay? For the last question, put the number that is missing. Okay? For these ones, you do have to follow the order of operation. So for this question, for example, what would you do first? Addition or multiplication? Remember, just have this written on your book and it'll always help you. It looks like multiplication comes before addition. So multiply first. 10 times 4, 40. Plus 15, 55. And that's the number missing. Do the same for the rest of them. Remember to follow the orders of operation. Okay, I will make another video for the next 2 pages.